You are the source of nourishment you seek. Stop seeking outside things as a form of nourishment, love, attention, activities. Realize that you are the source of the full nourishment, the full buffet of things that you need. Take your whole energy and your whole attention to the realization you are the source of the nourishment you seek. Especially when certain things pop up and you become aware of your attention moving there. For example, a beautiful woman or beautiful man, or something pops up and your attention moves there, and suddenly you make that your source of nourishment. For example, watching a movie, and then, or something stronger, love, jealousy, and you assume that that thing is the nourishment of what you need, when in fact, the nourishment of what you need, you are the source of that. And that is the true enlightenment. Once the complete realization happens that you are the source. I'm in the Pyrenees in Spain. You are the source of that nourishment that you need. And once you understand that concept fully, everything changes. Everything changes. There's a complete reconditioning. So let's say, for example, I was a long time alone and I thought the nourishment that I seek is a girlfriend. Now I have a girlfriend, and as she's giving me and sometimes withdrawing attention, I feel rattled by that because I feel like my nourishment is being given to me and then being taken away, given to me and being taken away. And I consider that almost like life threatening in a sense. And now I use that emotion to look at it deeper, and now I realize that I made her the source of my nourishment when I in fact should realize I am the full source, the always replenishing source, the full source, the entire source of the nourishment that I need, resting in beingness. So with that in mind, or with that in attention, in awareness, I rest here in silence and focus entirely on allowing myself not only to feel, but to recognize that I'm that nourishment, that I am the true self is the nourishment, and thereby the attention from the other thing goes away. And as the other things surface and then again go away, for example, as in the case of a relationship or things, beauty things that you see, or short forms of entertainment or sports, or whatever draws your attention and tries to lie to you that that suddenly is the nourishment you seek. Once you pull back from that, then you come into enlightenment. And one of the trickiest things that exists in society that makes you believe that the nourishment is on the outside would be, for example, watching a movie. While you're watching the movie, you believe that the movie at that moment in time is the nourishment you need, which is just a lie. The nourishment you seek, you already are. And therefore, that's the reason Why all of these spiritual gurus, when they had their awakening or enlightenment, they realized they didn't need to do anything anymore because they realized they're the full source of the nourishment they seek. And that, for some reason, is a conditioning. And that conditioning can be reconditioned and opened up and cleared until there's full recognition that the other things are not needed anymore as a form of nourishment. And it must become so pervasive that it literally sticks with you all the time. And anytime some form of pain is felt because some nourishment has been pulled away from you, supposedly, that's the time to go back and realize I am the full source of the nourishment I seek, I need. Even if it happens in your mind, if in your mind suddenly something comes up and says, oh, but I need that, or but that feeling is so strong, even then, you have to let that go and recognize that that which you need as nourishment is already here. Until you're kind of almost like channeling, almost like as if you opened a channel to that nourishment. Visually, I would describe it almost as if, let's say, there's a ball inside of you that gives you unlimited nourishment, but it's closed. And you put your intention, because this is closed, you put your intention on everything outside, hoping that something on the outside opens this maybe up. We do that unconsciously. When in fact, all you need to do is put the attention on this, let that channel open up, and then you always have access to it because it's always there. And it's subtle. It will not give you the same spikes as seeking it on the outside. But it's constant. It's like a constant drip of love, you could say, instead of high spikes of short attention pulling activities on the outside. And now I'm understanding that. And that changes everything. Relationships, any type of relationship. Because you're not becoming anymore the one who's hungry, who's trying to eat from someone else. And you're not even offering yourself to somebody else's nourishment because you are just with yourself. And that concludes today's satsang.